Inflation and the rising cost of goods cannot be escaped. All you hear these days is everything is more expensive than it's ever been before. Now more than ever, we all need to stretch our dollar and get the best bang for our buck. Some may call this being cheap, and some know that extreme times call for extreme measures, like Uncle Roger reacting to extreme cheapskates. For extreme cheapskates, if you're not willing to eat potentially hazardous food to save a buck, you're f***ed up. And so that I don't piss off Frenchy too much, I show him one of Guga's most luxurious dishes he's ever made on his channel. Before we go on with today's episode, I do want to give a special shout out to my amazing new patron, Robert Combs. Thank you so much for your support. And with that said, on to the reaction. You come from immigrant parents, and like many immigrant parents, usually you have to save every penny to make ends meet. Do you have any good stories of money-saving ways?
What's this show about?
Extreme cheapskates.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
What does that have to do with us?
You'll see.
I'm not cheap.
Oh, you're not cheap. You're not cheap. She's cheap. Uncle Roger's cheap.
Are you cheap? Yes, you are.
So
Gonna save this.
She's saving the dust from the dryer.
I collect lint from the dryer. First off, because it's clean. Secondly, I don't have to buy cotton swabs.
What? You're using lint as cotton swab?
Oh, I thought you were saving it because they're great to start fires.
kindling.
Kindling.
Yeah, they make great kindling. Yes, that is factual. I guess.
don't know if I would rub it on my face.
Lint is dust and dead skin from your shirt. It's not clean at all.
So I use it to remove my nail polish, my makeup. I'm using
And you use on your face. Hi. Just buy cotton sheet. It's so cheap. Also, she trying to save money, but she got makeup, she got her nail done, she got jewelry. Oh, and she even
priorities.
used dryer. Dryer is most expensive thing in house. In Malaysia, we dry our clothes outside because the sun is free.
Yeah.
You just have to remember to bring in clothes.
And the sun is healthy. It'll bleach it. The colors will be more vibrant, right? You get natural.
Wait, wouldn't the sun actually wear out the colors more? Yeah, sun wears out the colors more.
Oh, to you.
Vintage.
Cheap.
It's vintage.
It's
It's
vintage.
vintage. Yeah, it makes it naturally vintage. People pay extra for that.
Stephanie has countless money-saving tactics. By using just one light bulb that she moves from room to room, she saves more than $60 a month on her electric bill.
That to
Prove
me,
that to me.
That to me doesn't make any
No,
sense.
I call bullshit.
I call bullshit on that one, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you turn it off, it's not drawing
Like,
electric.
what, $60 worth of light bulbs that you didn't buy?
Right.
Like, once you didn't, that's
Once you buy,
that's a one-time saving. That's
Yeah.
it.
So, her whole house, one light bulb. Stephanie, you know you can have different light bulb for different room. Just don't turn them on. It's like she living in 1800 time and just carrying around light bulb like lantern. Hiya.
Hey.
Stephanie has a good job.
Okay, who this guy talking?
She does have a lot of money saved up. She doesn't want to spend.
Boyfriend? This woman have boyfriend? She behave like this and have boyfriend? How is Uncle Roger still single? I know how to cook, I know how to clean, and I have at least 3 light bulb in house, and I still single. How this niece can find boyfriend?
She does have a lot of money saved up. She doesn't want to spend nothing.
Is this how good her pussy is? You willing to be with woman with 1 light bulb?
Sorry, children. Really sorry, children.
In our house, we have what we call Navy showers.
Uh-oh.
I'm not allowed to take long showers because Stephanie wants to save water for the water bill. I go in, turn the water on, rinse my body off.
Cut the water off. Lather your body down. Make sure you get every area.
Turn it back on, rinse the soap off my body.
Wait.
You're a little under the weather. I feel like this is making you more sick.
This is depressing.
But I think in the Navy, that's really how they do need to shower.
Yeah, but that's different.
I mean, that's on a ship.
Yeah.
You have to conserve your resources, right?
I don't really get to watch my full body.
This not how you shower in house?
You basically wash, crotch, armpits.
Yeah.
That's
Your feet, I guess.
no.
This is my reusable boiling water.
Oof.
This is my reusable boiling water.
Reusable boiling water. That is sentence Uncle Roger never hear in life before.
Yes, I know it may be a little chunky, but it saves me
Chunky?
from spending more.
I hope she's not drinking chunky water. I hope this just for a watering
Okay, so
plant or
what that
something.
is, she's made several pastas with that same water. So I guess after she cooks, if it runs low and reduces out, she just adds a little bit more water, but she's trying to use,
You mean she's conserving water?
yeah, for cooking pasta.
So
And-
they have to pay for water.
well, yeah, I mean, you have to pay for water. You know, even tap water.
Right.
It's a nominal amount, but yeah, she's.
But so that tells me she owns her house then. Because as a tenant, you don't pay for water.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's how I'm thinking.
Right. Good point. Yeah. If you own the property, you pay for water, but if you're renting, you typically don't, right? Most places you rent, you may pay for electricity. Sometimes even that's included.
Yes, I know it may be a little chunky, but it saves me from spending more
Oof.
money on my.
Dude, look at that. Look, look at that. How much pasta was cooked in there? How much starch came out to thicken the water like
I mean,
that?
there's nothing beneficial about that.
Now, there are places I've seen where they're famous for these stews that never end.
A stew is not starch water. But like in the old restaurants, you'd have 3 huge stock pots.
Right,
Brown stock, white stock, and fish stock.
right.
And you just throw everything in there constantly.
Yeah, I have been to places where there is a stew or a stock going all the time, and eventually at some point they do have to renew it. They will take some of the original stock.
Well, they skim it, and they
skim it,
also
yeah.
grab stuff from it.
It's basically when that stock runs low, they'll take the remaining bit of that and they'll put it into the new one that they start. But yeah, not quite like this.
Water bill.
Oh, she break pasta like how Jamie Oliver break tofu. My long-lost Italian cousin, Zio Ruggiero, gonna say, Mannaja, she break the pasta. Mannaja is Italian version of Haya.
Speaking of spaghetti and meatballs, we made a spaghetti and meatballs. Check out that video, link in the description below. Yeah.
I'm a little hungry. Do we have any treats?
Yes, right there.
But like, do you have a meatball?
No,
I
not
want something savory.
Oh,
That saved my water.
Ew, you can still see the little clump in there.
What is that? It's like at the float Sam at the beach.
ugh.
I don't understand. If you want to save money, don't have children.
Oh my God.
Children so expensive. And she have 2 kids. 2? Why don't you sell one of your kids? Trade her in for extra light bulb.
Never ask you that again.
Is it good? It is.
These children won't get COVID. Their immune system indestructible.
Yeah.
You gonna eat all your food? Yeah. Well, whatever you don't eat, I'm gonna say.
Okay,
Oof.
saving food good. Uncle Roger like to save food too.
Every food and drink that we have in this house.
Oh my God, cross-contamination.
Oh, that is cross-contamination 101.
Well, if they haven't died yet, they are super healthy.
Their blood holds the key to cancer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, how long does she keep it?
I have no idea. That's the thing though, because once you have saliva touch the food and you put it back to the mass,
That bacteria is just growing.
just grows super fast. So watching this to me seems like it's staged, because if this was for real and someone in child services was watching this,
That's it.
that's it.
You're done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's gross.
This is
Yeah.
some next level disgusting Hiya. When Uncle Roger saved food, I just put in Tupperware, but she tried to save the sauce too.
If it doesn't get all drunk up, I pour it back. If it doesn't get all
But that's so dirty. Everybody mouth touch the food and you put back into jar.
If you put it back
Yes.
into the mat, if you are going to save your leftovers and you put it into Tupperware.
Not sure why you're having me watch this and validate or do anything here.
What?
What's the point of this video again?
We give our expertise
It's
on
so
food.
gross, but this is beyond. This is obvious.
We teach our audience what not to do.
We're not teaching anything here.
I know.
this football party is throwing
She
the budget way off course.
Okay, for someone who saves a lot of money, she's driving a very gas inefficient car.
Yeah.
She says she want to save money, but she driving this big 4x4 car. What her logic, Hiya?
When I buy fruits and vegetables, I want to pay for what I eat, not for what I don't eat. There's no need to pay for the vine if all I'm eating is the grapes.
This is so staged because when you go to the grocery store, when you have a pack of grapes like that, it's usually by the pack, no?
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I guess I'm spoiled that I didn't pay attention to that.
That'll do me justice. Probably only need about 3 of these. My bananas? I'm not gonna eat the whole of the banana. I eat the banana.
She peeling banana in shop.
Do you remember Iron Chef Dad we were watching and he said, here's a Japanese pre-peeled banana? That's what she's doing. She's doing pre-peeled bananas.
And so,
By removing the peels, pits,
But where
and
is she
stems
putting
from
the
fruits and
peels?
vegetables,
Probably in the bin where you peel the corn husks. You know, they have a trash bin by the corn, peel the husks.
I don't know. I've never done that.
Oh, I've never done that. I do that.
You chuck your corn at the supermarket?
Sometimes, depends. They charge you by the piece, so it's the same either way.
Yeah.
And if I don't feel like shucking at home, then I'll just do it right there.
Never seen anyone peel bananas and put them in a basket. That is weird.
Yeah, that really weird. I like this auntie expression. You see how she looked at her earlier? That's the same face we make when we see a man with a girlfriend too young for him.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you?
I'm gonna be making a lasagna.
Oh no, she gonna cook.
By any chance, if you have any other ground beef that's already left over.
It's all sold. We sell it on a daily basis, fresh all the time.
Okay, and so there's nothing that would expire?
Why?
Or about to expire?
No, man. We don't sell expired product.
Why you want to buy expired meat? Show me woman who like to put old expired meat in mouth, and I show you gold digger. Dating older guys.
Wow, and how much would 2 pounds of the beef fat be?
Let me cut a piece off.
She just gonna buy beef fat for
Instead of meat?
lasagna.
So how do you think a lasagna made with beef fat would come out?
Greasy?
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit.
And just coat your whole mouth and you can't get rid of it?
yeah.
No, that can't be. Just
$2.53, ma'am.
I will take the beef fat.
You'll take the beef
I'm
fat.
satisfied with that.
Oh.
I have.
Oh no, is that her lasagna? Hiya, she just cooking ground beef. Where the onion? Where the celery and carrot?
I'm going to stretch out the beef by adding the rest of this
Oh.
or whatever's left from this.
Ew.
80-20 burger blend, you know, Frenchy? Except now it's 80 fat to 20 meat.
What the hell is that? This woman, clumpy water, clumpy beef fat, clumpy everything. She like clump.
this is not healthy.
Stretch it
viewing.
out for the lasagna.
Stretch out for lasagna. Ew, no,
You know,
no.
I will give you that much. This is everything that's wrong with society today. But I promise you there's a payoff.
by supplementing the meat with the beef fat, Stephanie saved 75% on the ingredients for her lasagna.
You save money, but you lose dignity.
This is why we save the sauce.
Oh my god, that recycled sauce. Don't tell me this what she gonna feed to a guest. Oh my god. Also, somebody tell this woman, if you want to save money, make your own tomato sauce. Don't buy canned tomato sauce. It tastes better and won't have other people's saliva on it.
Now to save money, I multitask
Uh-oh.
with washing dishes and cooking meals with my dishwasher. I just
Dish-
gotta make sure I wrap
Dishwasher.
or else the food will get wet.
With the dishwasher
She gonna
reaching
put-
a temperature of
No, no,
170
no,
degrees,
don't.
the lasagna will be fully cooked in 1.5 hours without using the additional gas of an oven.
She putting lasagna in dishwasher. Uncle
But
Roger's
wait, but
speechless.
wait,
There's gonna be
it's-
dish soap in there.
First of all, the dishwasher will never get it hot enough.
Exactly.
The dishwasher, the water is what? At max 100.
At max 200.
Right, at max, right? And you're not gonna get an internal temp above 140 that kills bacteria. In fact, it'll probably hold it in the danger zone between 40 and 140, just making this, basically, whoever's coming to the party and eat this is gonna end up shitting their brains out all night.
This is so unsafe.
Yeah, so danger zone, basically the peak temperature for bacteria to grow is between 40 degrees and 140 degrees. Once you go above 140, you kill off most bacteria.
The lasagna
Oh my God.
dishwasher, and it's cooking. Fish, hot dogs, lasagna. I'm telling you.
And she's so proud of herself.
I mean, she's saving constantly at other people's expense, not her own.
Right.
Because you could wash those dishes by hand.
Right. Yeah. So it's inconvenient for her to wash by hand. So, yeah. Yeah.
Look how dark her house is. If Uncle Roger go visit my friend and the house this dark, I feel like I going to visit murderer.
How you doing? Having people
All watching in dark.
I don't want to be embarrassed.
Too late.
All right.
Come on!
Hey.
What?
This is the second time you did that. I gotta save money for electricity. I'm sorry. Have to turn it off when it's a commercial.
Wait.
All right. He's about to fucking crack up laughing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but this
so
is...
staged.
This nephew, Uncle Roger feels so bad for him. This actually kinda funny now. Even Auntie Helen never treat Uncle Roger this bad. And if your TV off, how you know when the game start back up? Oh no, dishwasher pasta. Hiya, Uncle Roger almost forgot about that.
Main course.
Look at his face. Look at his face. That a face of fear. This guy face saying, I'm not gonna eat this shit. It look gross. Ew.
Oof.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Oof. Little do they know.
Look at the little baby.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Even little babies say not good. Children, the most honest people. The dishwasher pasta is just child abuse. Uncle Roger need to apologize to Jamie Oliver because I finally found something more disgusting than his egg fried rice.
I don't know. That Jamie Oliver's veggie lasagna was pretty bad. You remember that one?
No.
Remember you were
No,
like...
I don't want to remember.
Frenchy, I know a video like this stresses you out. To be honest, it stresses me out too. And seeing something like this just really gets me super tense. And the only way to chill out a little bit from that is taking a 5 CBD high potency 10 milligram Delta 9 gummy, the sponsor of today's video. 5 CBD offers 3 types of gummies, each uniquely crafted to give you the perfect feeling for all kinds of situations. Surge is similar to a sativa effect, so you keep your vibe, but you still get shit done. Vibes is similar to a hybrid, which provides a nice relaxed feeling, but still allows you to be productive. Then there's my favorite, Chill, which is similar to an indica effect, which is my favorite because I love to be in the couch, binging some TV, or playing guitar all night and then crashing out and sleeping like a baby. Everything's made in the USA using US grown hemp, and it's no wonder that they have 20 million jars sold. If you're still on the fence about Delta 9 gummies, just know that 5 CBD is one of my absolute favorite brands, and I've been taking edibles for nearly a decade. 5 CBD is so confident in their products, they're giving my viewers the opportunity to try it for free. Here's your chance to get a free 10 gummy packet delivered straight to your door. All you have to do is pay for shipping and be 21 or older. Visit the link in the description below to take advantage of this amazing offer from 5 CBD today.
The lasagna tastes like water. W-A-T-E-R, water. Nasty.
The only thing that should taste like water is water. If your lasagna tastes like water, you f***ed up.
And that's all I have for you today.
Really?
Just kidding.
Oh, no.
I told you there'd be a payoff.
Okay.
We're gonna watch Jamie Oliver. Just kidding.
Yeah!
Peking duck. Created for royalty, there's one very special thing about it.
So essentially, we are going from the cheapest thing to the most expensive thing.
Is he gonna show all the steps?
Apparently, this is a steak that you can't even buy because it's like emperor's food.
Wait, this is a duck.
I know. I've never seen this video. I have no idea where this is going. Just,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is that glassy looking skin that is super crispy and also the delicious meat.
Holy
What if
shit.
you love steaks and duck not so much? That is why today we're gonna be cooking beef the same way they do Peking duck. Is this gonna be something delicious? I have no idea, but I cannot wait to try it.
What? He's making a fucking Peking steak.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
That's That is fucking original.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And everything starts off with this, the duck. The first thing you gotta do is to poke out any left feathers. That is quite important. Unlike the queen of all meat. Usually at this time I would trim out some of the fat. But since it's gonna go through a very lengthy process, I'm not gonna do anything with it. For the duck, the first thing to do is to go ahead and add some flavor inside. What is being applied is quite simple. Into a bowl, add in some 5 spice.
Why is he still using
salt,
the duck?
Hoisin sauce.
Wait.
I have no idea where
now
this
mix
is going.
everything well, and that's it.
Unless he wants to get the duck fat.
But he's marinating it and all.
Yeah, so he's still preparing it.
So I have extensive experience with Peking duck. A past restaurant I used to own, one of our specialties was Peking duck. So there's 2 types of duck that are very famous in Chinese restaurant. One is called kaoya or Peking duck.
Can you already buy pre-made Peking duck?
I mean, not from a grocery store, but any Chinese restaurant where they have the ducks hanging.
But what about are there purveyors?
Not that I know of. No, not at all. You would have to.
I just thought of something.
Yeah, but Peking duck is typically the inner cavity is not marinated. That's boya, which is roast duck. I know it sounds the same, but they are actually different things on a Chinese restaurant menu. A roast duck will have the inside marinated and they'll chop that up and put it over rice.
Now, since we're adding a good amount of it inside of the duck, we have to do the same exact thing for the picanha. And since there's no cavity inside, we went ahead and split the whole thing in half. And just like the duck, the next thing to do is to go ahead and apply that marinade. As once this is done, the next step is to go ahead and close it up. Traditionally, Peking duck is closed with skewers. So we're gonna go ahead and give our best shot here to try to do the same this way. And I'll tell you one thing, it's quite challenging. Dressing it with butcher's twine would be a lot easier, but there must be a very important reason why this is done this way. Let me show you the duck. Before closing it up, you must detach the skin from the actual meat. And in order to do that, the best possible way is to use an air pump.
Yeah.
As you can clearly see, this works like a charm.
Or
Once
an air
the skin
gun.
was detached,
So the way we did it is you cut a slit in the duck's neck and you put the air pump into the air pipe of the duck and you just pump the air and it'll, like the whole duck, the skin will come off. Yeah.
next up, remove the wings, and the duck is nice and ready. Both of them, the duck and the picanha, got a hook.
Yeah, so for roast duck, we did marinate the cavity and close it up. But for Peking duck, we marinated the outside with maltose and like this vinegar water. But the inner cavity wasn't closed up like that, at least at the place where I had it.
As the next step is to go ahead and apply a very important liquid. This will tighten up the skin and give some flavor. For this liquid, all you have to do is add some fennel seed to a pan, followed by star anise, cloves, cinnamon stick, Sichuan peppercorn, some soy sauce, and water. Mix everything well and bring it to a simmer. As soon as it's nice and hot, go ahead and apply a good amount to the picanha and also the duck. Once both are completely done, the next thing is to go ahead and make a glaze, because we're going to be applying it to the skin. For that, into a container, add in some honey followed by soy sauce. Mix everything well and heat it up. Once it's nicely cohesive like this, go ahead and apply to both of them.
Wait, that's it?
So with Peking duck, you get this vinegary, sugary water. You typically use maltose. And then that is brushed onto the duck's skin and that helps render the skin a little, but the vinegar will help dry it out. And then you hang that up overnight to let the skin form a pellicle. Then you roast it.
Why am I picturing like a red color?
Well, that's for chashu, which is for roast pork, which is that marinade.
But they do duck that way too, right?
No.
No?
No. That's for roast pork.
The true picanha lovers might be really upset at me, or maybe not, as we have no idea what's about to happen next. As the next thing to do is to go ahead and let it dry out. For that, I'm going to be using my dry ager. I have the perfect environment for it, and since it has a fan inside, it should dry out the skin and the fat nicely. As that's happening, we went ahead and make some pancakes. No, not these
He's making the pancakes?
He's making the mushu.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Some that are traditionally made with Peking duck. This one is quite simple though. Into a bowl, add in some all-purpose flour, followed by water. Mix everything well until you have a shaggy dough just like this.
Shaggy
because now
dough?
You need a little bit of a workout.
Shaggy
You need
dough?
as much
Shaggy
as
dough.
necessary in order to make it nice and smooth. We're talking about anywhere between 10 minutes to 20. As once the dough is looking like this,
Yep. So he formed the gluten in the dough, and you saw when he pushed his finger down, it popped back up. That's how you know you had the right gluten development. Very good.
Look at those hands. Is this an older video?
Older video, yeah.
Throw it back
You love
into a
those
nice
hands.
clean
I like
bowl,
those
add a little bit of oil on top, and let it rest for 2 hours. Once the time is up, take it out, split the dough in 4 pieces, roll it into a log, and cut out small little pieces.
Nice. You let the dough let it rest for minimum an hour. It's to let the gluten relax.
Flatten them out, add some oil right on top, and place one on top of the other. That way you're able to stretch out both at the same time. Once that's done, go ahead and throw them into a steamer and let it go for about 10 minutes.
That's actually the traditional way to do it. When I was living in Beijing, everybody made mushu pancakes at home, and you would put a little layer of oil, put the 2 pieces of dough, and roll it out like that. However, you can steam it. But when I lived in Beijing, they would just like pan sear it on a wok.
Once the time is up, go ahead and take them out, peel them off just like this, and your pancakes are ready.
Nice.
Make sure to make a good amount, as these will fly out real quick. They are nice and chewy and absolutely perfect to go along with Peking duck. And let's see how it's going to be with Peking picanha. Talking about that, after 3 days in the dry agent, I took them out and take a look at the duck. You can clearly see that skin got nice and dry, and honestly, it doesn't look that great. Now the picanha looks completely different, and it also smells quite unique. Unlike a pleasant smell of dry aging steaks, this one smells quite sweet. But now is where things get really interesting. First step is to throw them into a smoker. We want to get a nice smoky flavor, and for that I'm going to be using my RegTech Dual Fire. Now this grill is something that you've never seen before. That I can guarantee you. Yes, it is a smoker, but it has 2 chambers. One that you can smoke nice and slow, and another one that is straight up super hot. This section will be used for searing steaks and putting a nice crust on anything, and the other one to smoke. We did it for about 1 hour on low heat. Once that was done, you can clearly see the differences in color already, and the fat of the duck is already rendering underneath. The picanha, on the other hand, just completely changed color because of the smoke. So yeah, the picanha was already fully cooked, but the Peking duck needed more time. The next step is to go ahead and cook it, and to ensure underneath the Peking duck was also going to roast, we added a skewer, covered the whole thing up so that it does not burn, and into the oven it went.
How was the duck not cooked, but the picanha was?
Maybe the picanha wasn't either, but you know, with steak.
Medium rare.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Rare, yeah.
Stupid.
But after about 2.5 hours,
don't be so hard on yourself.
Things are working perfectly underneath the skin.
Yeah, look at that.
That is exactly what we're looking for. Now to finish that skin.
That's how you know you got a perfect seal.
We go with an oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we start to baste.
I like that he gave us that visual.
Yeah, that close-up.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch, yeah.
Exact thing to the picanha as well. Hopefully that fat is going to render nicely and get it nice and crispy. Because in the end, take a look. We got a nice, beautiful Peking duck. And as it's being carved, oh man, there is so much work put into this one. But the results are quite impressive. And the picanha, it's something I've never experienced before. Slicing it nice and thin, it started to smell wonderful. I cannot wait to see how it's gonna taste. Now the question is, which one is going to be better? Well, we're about to find out right now. As now I say,
it almost looks cured, right?
It's time to eat, so let's do it.
Listen, as far as the Peking duck technique, it's not.
So he didn't even warn us, but the duck is the side to his picanha.
Yeah. That's a dinner right there. To me, that Peking duck technique he used here is a little off. I think he confused some steps with roast duck. However, I know for a fact that's going to taste bomb. It's going to be fine. But there are some things he could have done that I felt would have given him a crispier skin. Guga, maybe Frenchy and I need to go back and collab with you and show you how to make.
No, you'll
Peking
show
duck.
us. I'll eat.
Okay, you eat.
I've never done Peking duck.
I feed you. No
I
problem.
never-
I am glad.
I do roast duck.
I'm glad to feed
Duck
you.
à l'orange.
Yes.
Duck magret.
Speaking of duck à l'orange.
Duck confit.
Speaking of duck à l'orange.
Hey, our sauce.
Yes!
Is that what that is?
That's what this is. Our sauce has come in, and I already opened it.
No, son of a.
It's not available for order yet. But show the audience, show the camera. Got our first finalized batch. This is called gochujang à l'orange. It will be available starting November for immediate
Is this mine?
purchase. Yeah, that's yours. It will be available for immediate Purchase, no waiting period. Along with a T and a sticker, we have packages.
Oh, I forgot all the
yeah, all the little
for oral use. Only.
oral use only. All right.
So here's what we got going on. Peking duck is a very traditional dish. Peking picanha, there's no such thing. So what I want to do is compare both and let me know if it's good. Enough talking. Peking duck, everybody. Cheers.
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 Oh. Why is it so hard to make? Because it's so good, everybody. That's difficult to make.
Damn.
Wow, that skin is so crispy.
It's super crispy. It's almost like chicharron, but made out of duck.
I don't know, if you guys have never had duck before, it's very similar to chicken in texture-wise, but the flavors are a lot different because of the marinade.
No,
and
it's
all
more.
the stuff
It's more in the texture of dark meat turkey.
This is delicious.
I've never tasted flavors like that. There's a hint of sweetness, a little bit of richness as well. There's so many ingredients in there that add such a deep flavor profile where it's so complex, so sophisticated, and it's just so delicious.
100%. But now, I'm curious about the Peking picanha. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Damn.
The duck is
Ooh.
duck. The beef is beef. I didn't think it was going to work so well, and it works very nicely.
Damn, bro.
But it's so different than a normal picanha because you're used to a lot of savoriness.
Isn't it
There's
like
not,
it's like an Asian pastrami?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah,
Right?
that's a good way of putting it, yeah.
and I love the fat.
You even get a little smoky flavor on this.
That delicious flavor that we felt on the duck got amplified on the picanha, especially in the fat. You can really tell that it absorbed it more, and it's just so much more flavorful. I
It's
love
so
it.
good. It's so good. Now, the traditional way of having Peking duck is this way here with pancakes. Go ahead and grab yours. I want to know what you guys think. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
What is that sauce? Wow.
Plum sauce.
Oh
Hoisin.
man, that's good.
That the plum sauce?
Normally with Peking duck, you serve it with hoisin sauce, and everybody dresses it up a little different. When you have roast duck or roast goose, the one where I said the cavity's marinated, that you usually serve with a side of plum sauce.
Okay.
That is so delicious, everybody. That is
I mean,
amazing.
that's sweet,
This is
salty.
amazing. The Peking duck with the little dough, I don't know, pancake, whatever you want to call it. It is awesome. It tastes really good.
I think I like that pancake version more. I love how it's coated in the sauce, so you have an additional flavor plus an additional moisture there that adds a nice little
Man,
and a
that
nice
duck
little
breast
bang on
looked
top
insane.
of this already
Pizzazz?
really flavor. Yeah, I like it. I mean,
We got
come
some
on.
pizzazz on this.
But now I'm curious about the picanha.
Okay.
Dig in.
Going with this one.
Dig in.
This is a very different type of pancake now that I'm realizing, huh? It's easily
Little
foldable,
thick.
it's translucent, it's
Very thin.
very different.
Yeah, let's give it a try with picanha. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, come on. This is so much easier to make, everybody, and it's so delicious.
This is the winner for me. This is too
Wow,
good
I'm
for
really
it to not be
curious
the
what
winner.
that
Say it
tastes
like
like.
it is, Leo. Beef is better than duck.
I would consider a different cut of meat with a thinner layer of fat. Maybe do a strip and just keep enough fat, like trim it,
Yeah.
so that could you separate it from the meat, but not on both ends, so that it creates a pocket and
Would you cook that strip whole, like a whole side of it?
a smaller version of
Yeah,
a strip.
smaller version of a strip.
So this one is fantastic, but there's no crunch.
Yeah.
You guys notice that? You miss the crunch?
I do miss the crunch, but at the same time, the flavor of this one is just out of here,
It's
bro.
so good. If you're missing the crunch, put some chicharron on top, everybody. It'll be totally...
Dude. No. Pork belly. Forget the beef.
Yeah.
Do that recipe, but with
Yeah,
a pork belly.
Yeah.
Fine. But I got one more for you guys to try, and check it out. Here what we got.
I like these.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Look
bao
at
buns,
the
okay,
steam
now-
coming off of that thing.
Yeah, it means it's hot. Leo's like a little kid in a candy store.
I'm gonna tear this up, guys.
So open it up and do the same exact thing and put your picanha right in the middle, just like that. Close it up, make a sandwich.
We made a bao bun. Check out that video. Link in the description below.
I don't
wanna
know.
which
This one
is
looks better.
The pancakes or this
I
one?
agree.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I think the bao bun works a lot better. That's just my saying.
I think you're right, Google.
Did I make it up to you?
Yeah, you did.
Bad video with a good video.
I don't know why you do this.
All right. Meatballs. Meatballs to the wall. This is an exciting sandwich collab with Mission Sandwich Social and Sunday in Brooklyn, who's located right down the street from us and brought to you in part by the meat master himself, Pat La Frida. Thanks, Pat. We're offering up 2 sandwiches with the very same meatballs you saw in our spaghetti and meatballs video from October 28th to November 3rd. Mission Sandwich Social will be a take on a classic meatball parm with sharp provolone, mozzarella, fresh basil, oregano, and red chili flake on our famous Dutch crunch bread. Sunday in Brooklyn changes it up with focaccia, house-made pesto, fresh mozzarella, melted 4 cheeses on top of a meatball patty and hot cherry peppers. That's 2 sandwiches, 2 restaurants in Brooklyn for a limited time starting October 28th and November 3rd. We'll see you there. Before we close out this episode, I do want to say to all of my amazing patrons, thank you so much for your support. I really couldn't do this without your help. And for the rest of you, please consider becoming a patron by visiting the link in the description below. By becoming a patron, you get to take advantage of some awesome perks like early access to new episodes and patron exclusive content. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as we did making, and remember, it always gets better. With that said, I'm Chef Brian Tsao, not your typical chef.
Frenchy telling you to clean your plate.
And we'll see you really soon. Say bye to the wide cam. Bye.
Find a silent void